Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode here on the Pichonniere Valley. Spring has sprung. We are in March, as you guys can see, and I'd like to start the episode with a bit of a bad news. Unfortunately, we have, first of all, we have crashed into our hedge, but we have lost a chicken. Yeah, this is... No, seriously, I'm not joking. We have lost a chicken. If we go here to the chicken coop, and we take a look at the messages, one chicken died due to avian influenza. That's well, I don't know what else to say. Yeah, this is our first animal lost on the farm, and that's quite sad, really. These things can happen, especially if you have the realistic livestock mod set to allow diseases. Yeah, so this is what happened, and yeah, so a bit of a bad news to start the episode. And what I'm doing right now is liming this field here. We are going to prepare this for maize silage today. This is going to be the main job. If the Fiat can actually pull itself up this hill. Yeah, there we go. We will start then, after the tragedy of the avian influenza, with a few updates. First of all, the Kubota has been returned, and I have taken a few contracts with it. Some cultivation contracts during the winter, mainly during snow time, which was quite fun. And I'll put some footage of that on the screen right now. And what I have to say about that tractor is that it is fantastic. Seriously, it's one of my new favorites. I like small tractors, as you may well know, and well, that one is pretty incredible. It is a giant mod. Oh, we have run out of lime. It is a giant mod, and it is incredible. Great little tractor. It was the base engine as well, which is 130 horsepower, give or take. And yeah, fantastic tractor. Definitely gonna see more of it in the future if I can. If I can actually buy one. Probably not on this playthrough, but on future playthroughs, of course it's going to be on future playthroughs. What else do I want to update you guys on? Yes, so the things that have happened through the winter. The first of which, do you remember the road salt scheme thing that we have done? That actually paid out about $3,000, so that is pretty incredible, really, for the amount of work that we have done. That's pretty incredible, and I liked it. I should have taken the scheme more during the winter. It was offered a few times, but you know, in the interest of just skipping winter, so we can have a nice spring episode to record, I didn't take those. But $3,000 for a few minutes of work putting down road salt. The salt was what, like $400, give or take, right? Something like that. I'm pretty pleased with that. That's pretty good. We will definitely do that in the future. In terms of other schemes that we have in the red tape mod, there is a seeing as we are going to be doing manure today and slurry, because I have updated the red tape mod to the latest version, so now the manure that we have laying in the pits is actually counting towards the policy. So there is another scheme to promote natural fertilizer, so we're going to be activating that. In fact, I might just go ahead and do that right now, because why not? So that's going to pay us for using, you know, natural fertilizers like manure and slurry. So let's quickly go ahead and do that now. Natural fertilizer, there we go. So we will get compensated, or we will get a bonus for every amount of natural fertilizer used compared to synthetic alternatives. So that's great. We will going to be activate that. There we go. This has been activated. There's also one for winter cover crop. Seeing as we've just ended winter, I'm going to keep an eye on that to see if it actually remains. Maybe I'll turn that on at the end of the episode. I don't know, because I do want to get into cover crops in the series as well. Seeing as we're not allowed to, well, you know, we are allowed to put some lime and fertilizer down in the bottom field. But yeah, why not? I mean, it's realistic. Farmers do that, and we are producing quite a bit of manure, really. So that's a good opportunity to take advantage of that. In terms of the animals, all are doing perfectly fine. I did move some of the calves to the dairy barn and have, of course, kept them up with food. I'm thinking of maybe putting... oh, where am I actually driving? I need to get... I need to get more lime. I'm thinking of actually moving the... all the cows now, all the grown-up cows, to the dairy barn so that they could take advantage of the pasture instead of me feeding them hay all the time. Because as you guys remember, we are not allowed... And where am I driving again? Oh, focus. Okay, you need to fill up... you need to fill up the lime spreader. Anyways, if you guys remember, or as you guys remember, we are not allowed to cut our 2 fields of grass till July. So we do have quite a bit of food. So I'm not sure if I see we are running low, I might go ahead and move those cows to the dairy barn. Fortunately, there is a new option. I am running the latest version of the realistic livestock. There is an option if we go to one of the pens. As you can see here, you can move animals between the pens. So that's quite easy. It means I no longer need to use the herdsman stick. So even though it's slightly less realistic, I think I'm going to do that in the interest of saving me some time and trouble. So that's going to be something we're going to do. Let me just make sure this entire field is limed properly. Yeah, and I think that's all the updates I have for you today. And we can actually start the episode. Also, something else we need to do today. We have flour to move around. I decided to put it in the bakery to produce more cash, really. Yeah, that's good enough for me, this field. So if we look here at the time-saving stock check, we do have quite a bit of manure to move around as well. Where is the flour? So we have 5,000 liters of flour. That's 5 pallets. I think we're going to start with that. We're going to start by moving that around. Shall I just put it in the lime? Yeah, let's put the lime back in the silo. I don't want to leave it in the spreader. It's very irresponsible. But yeah, the main focus is going to be using pretty much all the manure that we have. Otherwise, we're going to get fined by the red tape mod. Because it is now counting towards our allowance. And we are allowed to have... Slurry management is okay. Manure management. We're allowed to have 9,000. We currently have... It says 4,700. I think it's not updated yet. But we have way more than that. Way more than that. We actually have about 19,000 liters. This is what we have produced so far. And seeing as I haven't used it yet, yeah, that's what it is. Okay, so let's put this back. And I'll grab the trailer. I'll get that reconfigured as a flatbed. And then I'm gonna meet you guys at the grain mill. Also, I am running the cab cinematics. Unfortunately, it doesn't really support both of the tractors that well. So if I look at the tractor now and hit E, you see it basically resets the point of view. But we're gonna gloss over that. If that's going to annoy me too much, I'm just gonna disable the mod for now. But it isn't yet. Yeah, so I'm gonna get everything reconfigured and I'm gonna see you guys in the grain mill. Okay, so here we are at the grain mill, and I can see they have moved. They have moved all of our boxes outside, which is, well, it is what it is, I guess. Is the cab cinematic working for this? It is. And is it going to... Yeah, did you see it resets as well? Oh well, it is what it is. Can we... Oh yeah, we can actually. We can lean forward. This might be interesting to use, you know, first person. Let's give that a go for a sec. Because you can see through the... I don't know what this is called. It's not the fork. The thing the fork is mounted on, right? You can see through it, so it's easier to aim, I guess, the forks. But yeah, you could potentially do this first person. Yeah, you can. Problem is depth perception with with actually doing what I'm about to do now. Yeah, so this is sort of like a guessing game right here. I'm guessing this is fine. And it somewhat was fine. Oh man, oh well. At least we gave it a go. You know, it's not too bad. Did we pick up another pallet by chance? Okay, we're going first. I'm sorry, we're going third person with this. Pallets in this game. Someday it's gonna be easier, right? Has to be. They have to think about something, right? I don't even know where the bakery is. I know there is a bakery, obviously, on the map, right? I bet you it's any money. It's probably on the other side of the map, right? There we go. Perfect. We're gonna park their forklift right there. We're gonna park it better, actually, than it was before. Excellent. So yeah, the cab cinematics does not work when you're in third person, which is understandable. Which is understandable. There we go. Where is the bakery while this is warming up? We actually need to rent that. The bakery, tag place. 300 meters that away. How do you get there? Oh wow, it's actually next to our farm. Right, okay. Interesting. Alright, so here we are. It's called the Boulanger Pâtissière? Yeah. Seems French enough to me. Where is the drop-off point? Probably here at the back. There we go, let's unhook everything. We will unload this, as you should. As you should. As we are playing realistically, somewhat, while we're inside the bakery. I keep messing up the joystick again. Widen that, there we go. So this is what would happen actually, IRL, right? There will have someone coming out to unload everything. Or maybe they'll expect us to do it ourselves. Maybe they'll expect us to come with a loaded tractor or something. I'm not sure where. I'm gonna have to turn the triggers on. Yeah, okay, so the input is right here. Fairly small one though. Excellent. Oh, we've just sold it. Oh no, what if I forgot to rent? I'm an idiot. I forgot to rent the place. Oh, that's not too much to pay. How much did we make, really? Where is the finance tab? That was a stupid mistake, really. Sold products, 2,500. Okay. Ooh, are these donuts? Oh wow, these look amazing. That's a nice place. I've never been inside. Oh, look at those croissants. And then those jelly donuts. Oh man, this is good. Oh, you've got one left on the... Can I grab that? Can I grab that real quick? She wouldn't mind, right? Seeing as I am paying them now. Well, we're gonna make bread out of 3,000 liters of flour instead of 5,000 liters. Because I'm a bit... I'm a silly boy today. I was about to say I'm the best pallet stacker in the game. I'm not. I'm probably the worst. Can I do this? No, R doesn't work. Okay. Perfect. One more. Let's go around the outside. That's a brilliant song, by the way. If you know, you know. If you're old enough, like I am. It's really nice that all those places have those nice forklifts, you know, ready, available to use to anyone who wishes to do so. Perfect. Park it up right here. I don't know where the products are gonna spawn. There we go. Let's head back to the lovely lady and ask her what we want to make. Hello, sir. Please make for us. So we've got flour in there, right? Ooh, that's nice. We can bring the butter. Well, once we have milk, I don't know how long that is going to take. Anyway, so we have flour, right? So the only thing we can make, we can make cake. All right, we need all these ingredients. Okay, so we will make bread. So please make bread for us. Thank you very much. Where's that going to spawn? In here, maybe. Oh, wow. So we'll need to set open, yeah. Thankfully, this goes in there. Okay, perfect. Close the door here. And they will make bread for us. Let's jump over the trailer. Let's head back to the farm and get to the main job at hand, which is to put some manure down on the ground. This is nice. This is the first time I'm actually using manure on this map and that manure spreader. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be very, very nice. Hello again, sir. Have a good day. It's a good job. This is like real close to the farm. All right, so here we are back at the farm, just reversing to get the manure spreader. We're gonna start with the manure, and I'm probably going to, if we don't have enough. Oh, I don't like it that it's just auto connected like that. It's just a bit annoying. Oh well, what can you do? Hoses. Why aren't the hoses? Is that okay? Is that actually gonna work? Because I see the hose, maybe that's actually mechanical. Okay, do we need to unfold or something? Turn on manure spreader. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we are good in that regard. I just want to see if these fields are ready to harvest. Not yet. And they are perfectly nitrogened. Okay, so there's no need to put manure on those fields. Or slurry. I'm just thinking, what are we gonna do with all the slurry that we have? I might take a contract, you know? That might be something worth doing. How about this? pH value is fine. Are there any contracts available? There are. Is there something close to the farm? That's fairly close. We might grab this one. Yeah, we might grab that one. We might grab it. Whoa, hello. Sorry, lady. Yeah, so these guys still have some hay left. So they're gonna work on that, and then they're gonna, you know, go back to grazing, and we're gonna keep getting money from that policy, which is fantastic. Now, how are we gonna do this? Where am I gonna park the tractor when I'm loading the manure? Whoa, that was kind of strange. Weird cap cinematic thing. Well, this is quite large, this spreader. Hang on, now I cannot bring the New Holland in. Yeah, it's the first time I'm doing this. Logistics side of it is going to be weird. For starters. Let's actually turn the engine off. There we go. So what I'm thinking is I'm gonna park the Fiat right there. Obviously, I'm gonna bring the New Holland first. And then we're gonna stick this into a time lapse of actually spreading manure on that field over there, the soon-to-be maize silage field. Oh, this is gonna be great. This is going to be great. Let's do the first load together, so we can see how everything works, how the manure pit actually works. I don't know. I'm guessing there's a... I just come in with the bucket, right? Or fork, manure fork, I don't know what this thing is called. And I'm just loading manure into the Fiat. Okay, we do need to attach the hoses. There we go. Well, to be fair, we don't need to attach the hoses, but yeah, for the sake of realism, we will attach the hoses. So this just does that. And yeah, so I can close the grabber, right? And then when I do this, the manure doesn't fall, which is fantastic, but I don't need to do that. I'm not going to utilize that. Just going to do this. Let's see that, well, let's make sure that this actually works. Up you go. As high as you can get it to be. Oh wow, this is quite peculiar. We actually aimed correctly. I think we are. Did that work? Oh, yeah, it did. Okay, perfect. Right, so let me go ahead and park the Fiat right here. Yeah, it did work. How much can this actually take? I think 10,000 liters, right? Not sure though. Alright, so let's park up here. Start loading up. And then putting manure on the ground. Right, let's get it done. Okay, so we are done with that. Fantastic. I did adjust the spray rate halfway through the cinematic, or time-lapse I should say, because I felt it was a bit too unrealistic. So now it's triple what it was before, which I think is better. We still have some manure left here in the pit, and obviously we do have some in the cow barn. But I think we are done. Oop, I forgot to unhook that. Actually, let's leave the tractor right here. Let's leave it here and hook that back up. I might move some manure later on. So we still have, where is it? 20,000 liters of slurry. Oh, wow. I really do need to take to take a contract and take advantage of that slurry, because that's a bit much. Even though I don't think we have a policy for that. What I do want to do right now, actually, we need to move some cows around again. Because, yeah, okay, so let's go in here. We're going to do that with the new features of the realistic livestock. This brown Swiss needs to be moved. There we go. You can do that. Confirm. That's perfect. That saves a lot of time. And this Hereford needs to be moved as well. That's going to the beef cow barn. There we go. And we need some more cows, really. We need more cows. Maybe I'll go ahead and buy some. Actually, let's take a look at the stock that the animal dealer has. Interesting. That's, yeah, I need something that's, ooh, this is, oh, poor guy. Poor guy. I'm looking for some decent calves, please. Do you have anything for me? No, you do not. You do not. They're all quite expensive. Yeah, there's no cool, free, cool, cheap ones. How about that guy? No. Yeah, they're all not very good in terms of genetics. And those that are very expensive, as you would imagine, right? Yeah, so I guess no cows for us in this episode. That went well, I think. So that field is pretty much ready to go. Next episode, we're going to be planting maize silage in that. It's going to be April. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. It looks... well, it looks like it has been manured, which is disgusting. if we think about it. Why don't we see? I don't really have anything planned else for the remainder of the episode. Also, what I wanted to say is that I did upgrade the weight as well, the back weight on the New Holland midway through the episode, and that's because I don't know why it was very front heavy. It's only 1,000 liters of manure, but it was really heavy up front. So yeah, that's that. That's a cedar. That's a nice looking cedar as well. What is our cedar? I'm just looking of ways to spend money. Ours is 3 meters. I do need to upgrade our cultivator, or our disc, I should say. That plow is not bad. 120? We do need to plow some of our fields as well. Is there something nice, cheap, and cheerful? There was a tether. That's a 4 meter. I don't want that. I need something like 5 meters, maybe. 6 meters if possible. Yeah, there's nothing really here for us to buy. Okay, so what do we do next? What do we do next with the remainder of our time? Okay, so seeing as we are dealing with natural fertilizing in this episode, I've decided to go ahead and take one of those fertilizing contracts. We're going to see how that works. We're going to see how this works, and then I'm going to bid you guys farewell. So let's go ahead. This is not too far, is it? 3 acres. Okay, accept contract. There we go. So let's see how does this work. Where do we load the slurry from? It's a good opportunity to actually figure out how this slurry tank works, because it is rather strange. You guys remember? What I'm gonna attempt to do is basically load everything. Oh, yeah, you see it does that. I need to remember it does that. Somehow it does that automatically. I don't know why. Connects to the trailer like that. So this has 11,000 liters used capacity in it. However, if we go somewhere in here, there we go. We can see that the remainder, or all of it, including what we have in that big tank, is 20,000 liters. What's up with that? Don't know. Don't know what's up with that. Let's just quickly take a look at the red tape mod once again. Manure management, we should be fine. Between September and December, we should be fine with that. Below capacity, that's great. Yeah. Oh, do we have any water contamination? Oh, we do. Okay, so I need to take care not to go near the water. I don't know if it counts in contracts or not. No idea. Okay, let's try and fill from the barn itself and not from this contraption right here. So yeah, a bit of a field prep episode. Yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed that. I did. It's nice. It's a good opportunity as well to say, whoa, to set the... What's going on now? Why is the tractor having troubles pulling that? It's a good opportunity to set the adjust spray levels mod. I think now it's realistic enough, because previously it was a bit too much. If you guys have seen, probably we managed to do almost the entire field with one cart of manure, which is a bit, I mean, that's a bit much. That is a bit much. Alright, so I've decided to take a different route to that field just to see more of the map, really. Because usually we just go, you know, we just go through there to the other side of the map, but I've decided to go through here and look at how pretty it is over here. How cool is that? Also, the field entrance is on the right over there. And is that a field, that narrow strip of... Wow, that's pretty cool. This one might be very easy to work on. We don't have anyone coming in, that's great. In the ditch a bit, that's okay. So yeah, the entrance to the field we need to work on is right there, on the right. What is that actually? Is that like a forest? Was that flooded or something? Well, it's a good job I drove through here. Interesting to solve some mysteries. And there is a gate. Of course there's a gate. There's always a gate. But what is this here? What is this supposed to be? Well, it's like a rundown forest or something? Pretty cool. I guess maybe there's a collectible here. Interesting. We need to get to that. Can you actually harvest those trees? Would be interesting if you could. I don't have a chainsaw. No, I don't. I do not. Alright, let's see if this actually works. It should. I see no reason why it shouldn't. But we do need to take care. We do need to take care not to do this bit right here. The width of the sprayer is 14 meters, which is, we need 15, right? The water contamination thing is 15. Where is it? Water contamination. 14. Ooh, actually 14 meters. So if this is 14 and the body of water, what's the closest that's gonna get? You see how many? This mod changes the game so much. So much. Right, so I don't know where it counts actually, that the body of water, so that creek basically ends. But from here to here, that's 14 meters. So we should be good. If I don't do this headland pass, we should be good. So let's just start this job right here. See that it actually works. We need to go to the other side of the tractor, as it should be, realistically. Come on, Fiat. Come on. And off we go. And it does work. Perfect. And the application rate seems all right to me. I think I've hit the sweet spot here. I don't know if is that 30% that I've set it to. Seems all right to me. But yeah, I think this is all I have for you guys today. Hopefully you have enjoyed the episode. If you did, make sure you hit that like button for me. It really does help the channel grow. Subscribe as well if you want to see more videos just like that in the future. Thank you so very much for watching, and thank you for your time. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.